Hey guys, Huzz here bringing you another video. Now today's video is something completely different. It's an idea that I've had for quite some time, and I will say this isn't revolutionary, it's not like a brand new thing. There are other YouTubers that probably do stuff similar to this, but the beginning of the video I just want to explain what it is and just kind of get you guys on board with the idea and see if you guys would just like it. But today we're on my main account. My main account on eWest is called Huzzy. This is the account that I've had for 6 years, and it's, I own most of the skins on the game in it. That's this account. I don't play on this account very much anymore, and the highest rating I've ever been was Diamond 1 back in Season 3, right at the beginning of when I was a YouTuber. That's kind of when I was Diamond 1, etc. Now, I recognized the pattern recently, and it's taken a lot of internal thought for this. But basically, I know I can get high rating again, but only if I have, the passion to do so. And let's be honest, my League of Legends passion comes from this YouTube channel. So what I've decided is, if I want to get to high rating again, if I want to get to Diamond 1 again or higher, I need to start making content on my main account. Because that actually then gives me a reason to play on my main account, if that makes sense. Whenever I'm only doing Unranked to Diamond, I don't need to play on my main account. But if I have a series for my main account, then I do, because then it actually gives me a reason to climb. So that's what this series potentially will be. If you do like the idea of it, throw a like on it. I do realise my massive introduction has probably put some people off already, but hopefully quite a few people are still here. So you join the account in promotion series to Diamond 3, and the way that I'm going to do it is I played these games early. You can see me recording, I'm recording as I normally would be, just with zero commentary. I'm not saying a word in the commentary, just playing the game. So this is me at my best type thing with no distractions. Obviously in my mind I'm like, yeah, I am pressing the record button, but I'm not really thinking about it. So we're in promotion series to Diamond 3. This is the first game and I am playing Brand mid. Brand, by the way, he's one of my brand new comfort picks that I am really enjoying right now. And he's actually a pick that I can play into anything. And yes, you did hear me right, anything. You do have a couple of hard matchups. LeBlanc is one of the hard matchups. But you can even beat a LeBlanc if you manage to burst her early with getting all your spells on her with your passive and ignite. That probably is a dead LeBlanc. Now, the annoying thing in this match particularly is I was doing okay versus LeBlanc. You just saw I did a really good trade versus her. And she went Negatron first and then went Abyssal. And there was just very little I could do in the mid lane. But what you're going to see throughout this game is basically a stomp. So it's already 2-0. My lane hasn't really done anything. And, by the way, this series isn't going to be going all over the game. It's going to be highlights of all 3 games in the promotion series. And this game, right at the beginning, is basically just the intro game to this episode, because nothing happens in mid lane. So you can see my score is 0-0-0. So I'm coming back into mid lane. I've got my ultimate. I've got Ignite. So what am I looking for? Maybe some pressure. She does jump on me a little bit. I return with the E. Obviously, yes, she won that trade by quite a bit. But at this point, I'm like, I think I can kill this LeBlanc. I can probably go all in for her. I've probably got to be careful of a gank. But I'm like, I really just want to try and get the kill. Graves is over there invading the Lee Sin. I believe Graves did flash. You can see in the chat that Lee does say Graves did flash. So I've got to be a little bit careful. He was topside, but I'm also like, Graves could be stealing the blue. So I am going to wander over there to try and make sure he doesn't, or maybe pick him off if he's a little bit low. Bot lane gets a kill, and Janna is also pretty low. Just to say, spoilers, they go crazy in the bot lane, and as you'll see very soon, that we're going to skip a little bit later into the game. And there you go. So you can see my score in the top right is 1-1-1. The kill wasn't very impressive. It's why I'm not showing it. And I just thought, let's just get this game out the way. Because, yeah, nothing happens in mid lane. I'm literally 1-1-1. I got 1 kill and I died while getting the kill. And then I randomly queued somebody and got an assist. So nothing happened for me personally in this game. It was really boring. The rest of my team did really well. And hey presto, a nice free win for me in my promotion series to Diamond 3. Second game begins. Now, I will say this game was a little bit more interesting, so this is going to be a lot more commentary than the last game. So I am playing Aatrox versus Kled. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, wait, you're playing Aatrox? Yeah, I really enjoy this champion. I always have. And I heard a little bit of a rumour through a friend of mine who actually does play Aatrox, that Aatrox is really good versus Kled. The reason for it, as you just saw right in this trade, is I just traded with Kled. I went basically even in the trade, but he lost his skull, and basically you can just regen after the trade happens. Anyways, fast forward a bit, an all-in is happening. I get rid of his skull, then he makes me burn my passive, but the fight can continue. Now, what you're about to see is honestly the most stupid thing I think I've ever done in the past few weeks. Trade is continuing, ready? Why don't I auto-attack him? I just completely stopped auto-attacking him, and I'm dead. I could have killed that guy. You can see in a second, if I click on him, look at the top left corner, Kled is on 5 health. Literally, I just needed to sneeze on him instead of run away, and he would have died. Anyway, fast forward a little bit more into the game. We did a trade. We both go kind of lower again, but this is where the Aatrox thing can work, you know, and also just say this game particularly, we had a Twisted Fate, as you can see, who's unstoppable, who's getting really, really fed. So even though our lanes aren't doing great, in top lane I'm 0-2, bot lane I think was struggling as well, we actually had a really fed TF that was doing good roams. He was taking all the kills, but a lot of them we couldn't get anyway, so, you know, they're just free kills for him. But yeah, the reason why Aatrox does well versus Kled, as I mentioned, is you both trade, you get rid of his skull, but then you have the W to regen back up. So you're strong again, and he isn't. Anyway, Fiddlesticks and Cassio, or Fiddlesticks I would say was a problem this game, the Cassiopeia not so much. Bot lane, there was a TP play there, but nothing actually happened. They both got away. What you're going to see here is the absolute burst damage from these two. Yes, I am full squishy, so I am getting damaged a lot. But then we get a nice pick onto the Cassiopeia. She does go down. Fiddlesticks ult comes down, and he's dealing a lot of damage as well. But that's pretty much to summarize this game. Like, Fiddlesticks had good ultimates. We kind of blind engaged a lot of the time, forgetting about him. Jhin is returning some damage. I am trying to regen before I go back into the fight. That's basically what I'm trying to do here. I get up a little bit of health, not as much as I actually wanted, but I'm like, okay, time to return. I don't have my passive, but I have my ultimate. So we are looking to try and kill some people. We do get the Kled. I am now whacking the Fiddlesticks trying to survive, but Ezreal does finish me off. The fight is continuing. TF does come down. Remember, he's really fed. Jhin hits the W and he dies. Really nice fight so far, and any second, gonna finish off him with the Twisted Fate Q. So there we go. We just basically aced them. Really nice fight. And at this point, we're thinking, hey, we're probably going to win, right, guys? This is looking pretty good. I'm top lane right now. Got the teleport. That's why I'm allowed to be top lane. There's a fight going on, and I just instantly teleport. Even though they got a really nice pick on Fiddlesticks, I didn't actually need to teleport there. I wanted to, because just in case something happened, just in case someone of my team got caught, then, you know, I'm not there. So we actually get 2 kills there. We get the Fiddlesticks and the Cassio, and we manage gonna pick up the dragon there. I'm just walking down because I don't need to help with the dragon. Just gonna stop the Kled split pushing, and hey presto, get a nice dragon, get 2 kills. So the game at this point is looking pretty good. We've got bonus kills on us, you know, more kills than them. So that's pretty damn sweet. Now, unfortunately, what actually started to happen this game, because Twisted Fate was so fed, he started to do a lot of stuff by himself. You know, Twisted Fate, I believe his advantage comes from ulting when teammates are around him to back him up. Where if he goes alone, he can get CC'd and killed. You just saw there, he ulted to go for the enemy AD carry, and he got killed for it. Now, unfortunately, that does happen a few times this game, but it's okay. Mid lane, the enemy team are looking for a mini siege here. Jhin ultimate comes down, really nice slow. Bromos goes down, but it looks like we're going to get the nice kill by the Flay. Boom, he goes down. Ezreal at this point, by the way, is doing an insane amount of damage, and he's playing with confidence. You can see he was actually E'ing back into me because he's confident about doing his damage. Luckily, Wukong actually gives me these wolves because he realizes I just regen like crazy from them. We may as well get our Aatrox to full health again. Fiddlesticks, once again, his ultimate comes down. We keep letting him just ult people, any people he wants. So the enemy team are looking to be pretty confident here. So I flash and then loop back around. I'm in my passive, I'm like, uh-oh. But I do ultimate, go for crazy regen, and I'm not dead. Hey, that's nice. There are pings to back off from me. Cassio goes aggressive. She flashes on top of me, but TF will finish off that kill. So what started as a bad fight, that we did get a catch on people, but then Fiddlesticks returned with his ultimate, ended up being relatively even. Fast forward later into the game, the enemy team got a free Baron. We really didn't do anything against it. We're looking for a pick on Cassio, and what happens again? We go for a full engage, and you guessed it, Fiddlesticks is about to ultimate. I don't know why we keep doing it. It's a big mistake by me this game. You know, I wasn't the only one that was getting caught out by it, but I definitely needed to be better because it was just really dumb. Every single time, we just got caught by it. So they push it down mid after killing us right then, and they're like, okay, the game's coming to an end. As you can see on the minimap, Twisted Fate's just split pushing. Like I said again, this guy's really strong, and he just did stuff by himself. He was raging a little bit, and he was just like, nah, I'm just doing stuff by myself. Whenever you're really fed, you should help your team. Like, you know, if he was in this game, he could like two-shot people. You are seeing that we're defending the finish here, so the game isn't going to end at this point. But if we work as a team from now on, there's a lot more chance to win. And I think TF does realize that this a little bit going into the future of the game. Now, we are thinking, hey, look, this is a free Ezreal kill. TF's already fed, right? Ezreal, no, he has other plans. Ezreal does do a very nice combo, kills the TF like really nice and swish. And I'm thinking, okay, I can finish this guy, right? Easy peasy. I got flash. I flash Q him, but then he manages to E when the knock-up is going on. I ultimate go for him, then he flashes away, and then he kills me. Really bad error by me. I really underestimated how much damage he does, but again, I am full squishy Aatrox, so if I don't one-shot people, they're probably going to survive. Anyway, we are thinking the enemy team are setting up for Baron at this point. It's a little bit later in the game, and we're like, okay, just TF ultimate, boom, we get the vision on people. And as you can see, I'm off to the side. My team are like down to the bottom right there, and I'm like, okay, if I can come in from the side, maybe I can just like get a pick on somebody. Jhin ult comes down. Now look at the Ezreal. I'm herding him back into the fight. Managed to get the slow with my E. Wukong goes onto two people, boom, get the Ezreal straight away. I Q out of the Fiddlesticks ultimate, and then I get Cassio ulted, but not a big deal. My team are backing me up, and we get a really nice fight. So there we go. Like, all we have to do is pick people. Don't let Ezreal kite people around. And hey presto, we just killed them all. Now, I'm going to fast forward this footage here. Pretty basic. We go and do the Baron, and then we go and do the Elder Dragon. Nothing more to it. You know, at this point, we're thinking, okay, we don't have Nexus Towers, but we're winning the team fights as long as we pick people. As long as we kill, like, the Ezreal or the Fiddlesticks straight away, this game is looking pretty good. So we do go back and buy, then get Elder Dragon type thing, which is really good for us. Now the fight continues, or the stuff continues. We push with our Elder Dragon. We push with our Baron. We're looking to win the game. But right now, we are completely split. My team are getting caught in top lane, so I'm like, I need to get to top lane. Ezreal completely chunks me out. Kled engages on the Jhin. And hey presto, just like that, we get Baron, we get Elder Dragon. But by not grouping, by not using Wukong ult, Jhin ult again from long range, we pretty much just lost the game. And that's why I say to you guys, grouping is so important, because grouping is what basically gives your team the strength, especially if you have buffs like Elder and Baron. Now what you'll say is, whose fault was that? Was that the top lane people, the I believe it was the Jhin and Thresh, or was that the three people in mid? It was probably the fault of the people in top lane. The reason I say that is because you go with the majority. Now I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to go for a stupid play. The game's over already. 3 people are dead. If I just try and backdoor, maybe I'll panic them to coming back, but it doesn't do the trick. It only gets Kled to come back. If it got all of them to come back, it would have been a miracle, but I was thinking the game's over anyway. But that's pretty much it. But yeah, it was probably the fault of the people in top lane, because there were 3 people in mid lane, only 2 people in top lane. Always go with where the majority is, pretty much. So I would say them 2 needed to group with us 3. Obviously, if us 3 were up top lane, it's a different story. Coming into the third and final game of the promotion series, let me remind you, this is promotion series to Diamond 3. I'm trying my best to win, so I go back on Brand. I'm feeling very comfortable with him at the moment. Against the Twisted Fate, I'm like, okay, I can kill this guy. You know, my damage is really surprising. I know that Lee Sin, by that W, is right there. He does a panic flash, and I do kill him for it. Now, some people are like, is that worth it? Yes. The reason it's worth it is Twisted Fate is a champion you can kill in 1v1s fairly easily as most mages. So him not having flash opens him up to die against me. Again, we're later in the game. Vi's coming for a gank. I do believe he's got his summoners and stuff back up. I go for an ultimate, go for basically full dots, ignite him, boom, he goes down again. But that's basically my plan, is I don't mind burning his summoners as long as I, you know, get the kill. Lee Sin does come to mid lane. He is actually having a quite good game. He played it quite well there. I'm like, whoa. I think in the bottom right, I'm kind of saying to myself, he better die for that, because, you know, that's crazy aggression play at only, like, you know, what is it, 8 minutes in the game. He's diving me under tower. So I'm like, he has to die for it. So I'm like, okay, where is he? I'm thinking he's over there somewhere. And boom, Vi hits him exactly where I thought he'd be and does go down. Unfortunately, I don't get an assist for it. I don't think I even hit the Lee Sin, or maybe I did. I'm not sure, but that's fine. Go a bit later into the game, nothing really was happening, you know, ever. There's a team fight breaking and I'm like, oh my god, this is heaven for a Brand. So I flash to get to the team fight first. I get exhausted, but then I ult, And now you can see my passive is starting to blow everything up. So boom, the team fight completely turns like straight away basically when my ult comes down, and a nice juicy clean. Now Twisted Fate is running back to mid lane. I'm like, oh, what way are you gonna go? So I'm like, I'm just gonna cut him off this way, and hey presto, he is coming this way for some reason. Go for the stun, but he uses both flash and ghost, so that's pretty nice. Both summoners. Again, I really like burning TF summoners. Anyway, Vi's doing blue buff. Unfortunately, Lee is invading. Goes to the Q. I wait around specifically not to show. Lee Sin goes to the Q without any vision. And boom. Simple kill. Nice and easy. Making me a little bit stronger as Brand. Always nice for that. Anyway, fast forward a little bit. Again, not much going on in the game between these highlights, really. That's why I'm kind of picking them out. We're thinking Baron. Now, as you guys know me, I hate doing Baron because I think it makes the games throw more than you actually win. TFL does come down, but by this point it is too late. We saw Lee Sin around Wolves. You can see him in the mid lane right now. Nice sneaky Baron, and that's what we get for having a strong, I think Yasuo and Lucian were relatively strong. With a Vi, it's going to be a quick Baron. We are like, okay, boom, free kill on Tristana for some reason. We have our Baron buff, so we want to use it. I don't know why the Tristana kind of did nothing there. I'm going to go for a Brand ultimate, make it bounce between the support and Lee Sin. And you're thinking, is he dead? Yes, he is, with my passive Deathfire Touch. So that's always nice. Vi goes for a crazy aggro player on the Brom. She is just going nuts in this game. She does manage to pick him up with also getting exhausted. So now we are starting to break the enemy's base, which is always nice. Twisted Fate, he's like, should I try to defend? Probably not a good idea. You know, dying at this point of the game is pretty much game over. So we are, you know, looking to end soon. Yasuo is still in the top lane, so we're like, okay, we can go help him, I guess. And I think that's what we decide to do. So just going to walk on over as 5 people now grouped. Going to try and at least get this tower in top lane. For some reason, Fiora just goes into an Alistar, and we're like, well, okay, free kill. Doing a bit of damage, hopefully, to the Twisted Fate. He won't go down. Lee Sin does get a Q. He actually takes the Q, surprisingly. Yasuo survives. And then the fight is going to continue. So I do throw... I was actually trying to throw my Ignite, I think, on the Lee Sin there. It probably wouldn't have mattered. But hey, presto, with that Baron buff, we get the mid tower, get the mid inhib, and we actually get the tower on the outer in top lane. Then we go back and buy, and then return to the bottom lane. We could have gone back to top lane instead. I see a TF overextended, and I just literally just ult him. Like, don't even care about bounces. I'm just ult because my Riley will go on top of him, and that will basically be the engage to the team fight. It is the engage to the team fight. Vi actually manages to pick up the Tristana. She does go down for it, but again, you are completely and worth it to kill an AD carry as a Vi in the late game. And there's the cleanup crew coming in and just cleaning everything up. So that is going to be the promotion series. So it is a successful promo series. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy these videos. Yeah, I don't really know what more to say. Just highlights of stuff that I was like, these are the things that happened in these games. I'll say the Aatrox game, it was a shame that we lost it. I think we could have won it maybe with a bit more teamwork. But other than that, it's been kind of just 2 stompy games. The first one, as you guys saw, I didn't include like any highlights because there was nothing going on apart from bot lane just killing everything and just at their inhibitor at like 16 minutes. But that's it, pretty much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of me. Nice. Alright, so if I don't know how I'm going to do these videos, but now right at the end, me actually speaking live here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This was just something random on my main account that I'm starting to play on my main account again. And I was like, hey, why don't I just do the promotion series in highlights? That's what I've got in my head right now. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Let me know how it turns out. And that's pretty much going to be it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let's just look at the end. 857. We got an S-, and damage done. We did the most damage in the game. So yeah, overall, nice. Back in Diamond 3. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Throw a like on it if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.